Life in the fast lane, the speed of life, and I can't slow down. You got a gallon in the gas tank, almost at the finish line, so I can't stop now. I don't really know where I am, ride till I drop, ride till I die. Life in the fast lane. Life in the fast lane. That is our music for all the fights now. I love that music, and it's kind of like my own Fast and Furious crew. You could say, if we're kind of repping who would be who. I would be Dom, of course. I got the Moses. Matt would be Matt Damon. No, not Matt Damon. Paul Walker. Rest in peace. And then I would say Evan would be more likely the humor, which is Tyrese. So, without further ado, you guys have been asking for this for a while. It's like the most anticipated match since Chris and Jen, and that's like a month ago. So we're getting ready. Here we go. The match of the century. I'm calling it. Evan versus Matt. Are you fellas ready?
Always.
So first off, before we get into the intros, because everybody's wrapping up, so I want to get people's, before we get into the big stuff, because they are wrapping up. First things first, Matt, you are the favorite, as you could say, going into this match. How are you feeling?
It's expected. I think we all knew that. But,
Controversial, don't you think?
I'm not going to just sleep this one off, but, I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. Well, Evan, what do you say to that?
Matt's the favorite to lose. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, he knows.
See, this is the reason why you're a Tyrese in our group.
Look, he knows some things about movies. Okay, just
he does know it. He goes to like movies more than I do.
But he doesn't.
I go to a lot
about them, which that's something I know how to do very well. Hence why Matt is losing this match today.
Okay.
Apparently, I know more movies than you do. So.
All right. All right, so I'm going to start off by saying this is a pretty big match. The winner of this will face Aaron Turner for the #1 contenders match on June 16th in a doubleheader. So it'll be me versus Lucas, and then the winner of this versus Aaron Turner. Without further ado, let's just get the intros out of the way. Coming up first, he is more likely what I'm saying. He's the Roman Pierce of our league. He is the humor. He's the charming. I don't know. Would you kind of think? I mean, he's got to go against me too. So, I mean, it's a little tough when you got Chris Day, who's charming and sexy. So, but anyway, it is Evan Degraff. Let's play his music. If it will play, we're waiting.
I think this is a sign to what's to come. It's not showing up.
Do you need me to lock up? Yeah, I can do that. All right, thank you. Matt, do you have anything to say to that? Oh my, this is like the bad version of Suicide Squad, which we already got, but I mean.
Yeah, we already got that with Suicide Squad.
Matt, would you like to say something about that? I really don't know what to say. Okay, so let's get into
the song.
Matt
The song is
Pierce.
good,
It's good, but it fits him perfectly, and that's not a good thing. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, he is my best friend in the world. He is also a badass, Matt Pierce. So we gotta listen to this.
Sounds like a poor excuse for Survivor music.
Just wait, Evan. See ya.
Sorry, what?
Okay. That makes me want to work out, and I already worked out today. Evan doesn't work out, so he really doesn't know. All right, fellas, you guys ready? Let's just get to it. Let's fight. So the first question for you fellas, and this comes from our new question writer, Mr. Henry Sanchez. I had trouble with the last name for a little bit. And that is replace a Quentin, an actor from a Tarantino movie with either Daniel Day-Lewis or Robert De Niro. Now, what we can say is that he's just a character. So first off, before we get into this, it's not who gives the best answer, who gives the best things, and who gives the best correct definition. So you fellas know this. So let's get to it. Because Matt is the favorite, we're going to let Matt go first on this one. So, Matt, go ahead.
All right, so think of the two actors that gave me. I like to think who's the best and what role he fit into the best. And to me, I believe he would fit in best. The I'm gonna have replacing is Daniel Lewis. He's pretty good. And the reason why I think the actor role great, he didn't really like give it on comedy. Lewis could transform his character because
Can you repeat that, Matt? Can you repeat some of that? I got like half of it.
I got none of it.
Yeah, you were breaking up. So we need to hear that a little more so I can get it on paper. Matt, we can't hear. So while you're fixing that, I'm gonna let Evan go. Try to find a better spot because you're breaking up really bad.
All right, here's where it all kind of boils down to.
All right.
Quentin Tarantino's best movie, in my opinion, was Pulp Fiction. There's one issue I had with Pulp Fiction. Tarantino himself in the movie. Yes, it was fun to see a director pop up in his own movie. That's cool. That's normal. That's whatever. But it's not as legendary or cool as it could have been if there's a better actor in there. I don't think it could have been Daniel Day-Lewis because he puts too much into his roles. I just need someone with a little bit of charisma to go in there and spice things up a little bit because Tarantino couldn't match up versus, Samuel L. Jackson or John Travolta. Al Pacino can, and he can make it so he doesn't take them over. It would have been the perfect balance of the charisma that Pulp Fiction has, that the tone. He would have been able to match it and been able to match that specific style with Pulp Fiction and the style of Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta. Yeah, so Al Pacino replaces Tarantino's character.
While we're waiting for Matt. See ya. Thank you, Matt.
I'll just log you in.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds like every other day. See you later. While we're waiting for Matt, because I think he went to go find a better spot. So let's get to that while we're waiting.
Hashtag it's rigged.
Hashtag stop. You've been doing these hashtags long enough, and it got you missing a game because of that. You're here to win.
Hashtag get mentioned more. Maybe you guys should just
Hashtag the controversial thing, which was kind of not really the best in your favor. While we're waiting for Matt, which I'm sure he's trying to fix things, so I think he'll be okay.
Oh, Matt, what?
Here's something. The wind is blowing in Matt's Uranus. Where is he? He's outside. I need to call.
Oh, you can see me?
Yeah. Oh, I can hear you. If you need me to call you, I'll call you on my phone.
Hold on,
I know.
I'm going to a way better spot.
That's good. We can hear you a little bit. So while you're talking, just talk a little bit.
All right, am I good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Their connection was terrible, but I found a really good spot. I was just hungry. All right, so what did he say? He said Al Pacino?
He said Al Pacino.
Well, I guess you worded the question wrong because it said between Lewis and De Niro. Who,
No, it's Al Pacino and Daniel Day-Lewis.
it was De Niro and Daniel
Yeah,
Day-Lewis.
I got De Niro.
Was it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I got.
Then I will replace De Niro with Pacino. It doesn't matter. De Niro can slide right in there too.
Okay, that's
All
fine.
right,
I
cool.
will fix that.
Just wanted to make that clear before I went.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, Matt, go ahead.
Okay.
A lot of thoughts behind you, though.
Okay. So when I think of who, replaces a character in a movie, I got to think of who's the best actor to do it. And clearly between De Niro or Pacino and Daniel Day-Lewis, Daniel Day-Lewis is the better actor. So I would take him and I would have him replace Kurt Russell in Hateful Eight. Now, the reason why I would say that, yes, Kurt Russell is great, but you could tell that's Kurt Russell. You could see Kurt Russell on screen. If you got Daniel Day-Lewis, he would transform into a character, and it would elevate the movie more than a Pacino or a De Niro or Kurt Russell. And heck, maybe it would have gotten an Oscar nomination for Best Actor and Best Film. He would have been nominated easily for Best Actor. I think we all know that. So because of that, that's why I think Daniel Day-Lewis should replace Kurt Russell in The Hateful Eight.
Wow.
Yikes.
Jake. Yeah. Okay, fellas, give me 1 second. By the way, people, I'm taking notes. Suck it, bitches, haters.
Finally.
Fuck you. All right. So let's get to this. Is why we're best friends. 2 minutes on the clock, starting now. Go ahead, fellas, fight it out.
Okay.
I hear you.
1. Daniel Day-Lewis will overact everybody in The Hateful Eight, meaning that he will take over that film, and The Hateful Eight is such an ensemble piece of work. He's going to overact some, and then the film's not going to be steady or stable because Daniel Day-Lewis will be overacting everybody. He'll just outperform it and just won't be such as good. And also, you're trying to take out the best part of The Hateful Eight. Universally, critics agree that Kurt Russell was the best part of the Hateful Eight, and now you're trying to take him out. I feel like that's a poor decision on two parts of the casting manager and the director, because one, you're trying to make it so this legendary actor can outperform everybody and make an unstable film, and Kurt Russell was the best part of that film. Are you trying to take out the best actor of the film? That just blows my mind.
Well, I mean, I guess you could say, a great performance from Daniel Day-Lewis, making the movie even better, stable. Yeah, he would overact, in the movie compared to everybody else, but that's not a bad thing. Let's look at Lincoln, for example. Look how incredible he was as Abraham Lincoln. Did that stop Tommy Lee Jones and Sally Field from getting a nomination?
But
No.
But see, at that point there, here's the issue. That movie is called Lincoln for a reason, and Daniel Day-Lewis is Lincoln for a reason, because that's what it's centered around. Everybody's performances is dependent on Daniel Day-Lewis's. Because The Hateful Eight was such an ensemble piece of work, you don't want to have somebody overacting other people.
What was his answer? Al Pacino replacing who?
Robert De Niro
replacing De Niro.
replacing Quentin Tarantino's character in.
Oh.
The guy who they went to when his wife died. No,
why,
when the dude died in the back of the car.
Why would you want to replace, Tarantino in a very small role with a great actor like Pacino, when you could give Pacino a bigger role rather than 5 minutes,
We're talking about Robert De
on
Niro.
screen?
And here's the issue.
Yeah, but there you go.
Here's the main issue with that. Tarantino, for me, deflated the film just a little bit. He made it so that the facts that you couldn't necessarily watch and actually see them bounce back together. Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta needed somebody to balance them out, and Quentin Tarantino wasn't able to do that. Robert De Niro has that ability to balance that part of the film out. hence why Robert De Niro would be perfect for that role.
Okay, I'm going to add 30 seconds real quick because I didn't hear a lot more, Evan. I heard just about the Kurt Russell. I didn't hear as much. I heard a little bit, but I wanted to hear a little more why De Niro from both of you guys. So I'm going to put 30 seconds for both of you guys because I do want to hear more.
Matt,
You're
the floor is yours.
kind of getting like you're defending between Matt's, but I'm not hearing why yours is more important, and that's kind of knocking you out of the win. So
Okay.
30 seconds more for you, Evan.
Okay.
Because Evan's the one. I'm not hearing a lot more from Evan, and I need to. So I'll give you guys both 30 seconds, and no fighting in between. You guys have done enough. So 30 seconds going now.
Here's where it all comes down to who's going to balance out the film the most. Quentin Tarantino couldn't act against Samuel L. Jackson and Quentin Tarantino. If you throw Daniel Day-Lewis into that thing, Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't do cameos. He would probably just get bored filming it. So you need somebody who knows how to go in, do those half small roles, put in what they can into it, their charisma, which Robert De Niro can do into a film, so he can act against Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta perfectly, hence why he would fit perfectly into that role with his charisma, and he would actually balance out the other actors.
But you don't need charisma for that role.
Damn it, stop! All right. I hate my phone sometimes. Sorry about that, boys.
You're good.
You just saw a freak out. Okay, Matt, go.
Oh, I'm going. Okay. So, like I said, you don't need that role of Quentin Tarantino, in the movie did not need a lot of charisma added in it. All he needed to do was explain, why did you bring the dead body here? And that was his whole point in the movie. He's upset for a reason, and he perfectly played that. So adding De Niro in the movie wouldn't really have elevated the movie in that sense. It wouldn't have made it an even better movie. It's already one of the best movies of the year. Or of that year.
Okay, final rebuttalments, Mr. Evan.
How long do we have?
This one, it don't really matter with rebuttal.
Matt, you do need charisma in that role because you're trying to get somebody to explain where the body goes, and what Tarantino did, he turned the role into something that it shouldn't have been, or Robert De Niro would have made it something special and would have made something a bright spot in the film, because the idea is, we got to hide it from the wife, you got to do this, you got to pay me this amount of money. Quentin Tarantino was cool to see his cameo, but to have an actor like Robert De Niro, you would actually buy the fact that he was that type of character and what he needed to do. The issue in that whole scene is the fact that he's being overacted, and that's a huge issue, especially in these cult classics like Pulp Fiction or any Quentin Tarantino movies. The acting and the dialogue is so specific. De Niro's delivery is what makes it perfect for Pulp Fiction. Whereas in The Hateful Eight, if you bring in somebody like Daniel Day-Lewis, they will overpower that ensemble cast, and you do not want that.
Okay. Matt, your rebuttalment.
All right. So going on the Tarantino thing, why put De Niro in Pulp Fiction for 5 minutes? At that time, he was known as one of the best, if not the best, working at that time. So why would he even want to do that? That would make no sense. He would want to have a leading role, like Travolta's role or something. And to go on my point, Daniel Day-Lewis would not have overacted to the point to where it'd be unstable. If anything, he would have elevated everybody else's performances, making everybody have an even better performance overall. Maybe you would have Samuel L. Jackson getting nominated for an Oscar. Daniel Day-Lewis would have won Best Actor that year easily. He would have won easily that year because Daniel Day-Lewis always wins Best Actor. The Academy just loves him. So it would make the movie better. He has the full screen time compared to only 5 minutes from De Niro, one of the best actors working today, especially at that time.
No, not today, but like in the past, yeah.
At that time, well, he's still marked as one of the best in history.
Yeah, he is, but today he's not. No.
No, but still.
All right. Let's hear the decision, Chris.
My decision, I'm going with Matt in this one. The reason why I'm going with Matt on this one is because I heard more from him, and I understood I heard more from you, but the things Matt, you might want to get out of there. The things I've heard more from
Matt, I kind of just got more out of, where I felt like you did give a good point. But I think you're kind of reaching in a hole where you're trying to dig yourself out, which I was telling you, and I didn't really get that as much as I need to. Now, you gave some very good points. You really did. But I was kind of on Matt's side, and I'm not – this isn't favoritism, by the way, because I know you're going to say that. So I think that he gave better examples of different moments when you needed for a scene. So, and that's honestly my opinion, but that's also what I've heard from the topic. And that's what I look for in the topic. Does that make sense? I don't want to hear you going on Facebook saying this was rigged. Okay? It also is the youngest on this. So, all right, guys, let's go into round 2. Name a performance similar to Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean that should have been nominated for an Oscar. So this means for a Best Actor or Supporting Actor from a role from a movie who were nominated for a fantasy kind of sci-fi movie. So yes, Star Wars is allowed. So Mr. Matt Beer, you get to go first. And you might want to get out of there in case it rains.
It won't rain. And if it does, oh well. I'm a man if it rains. Now, before I go, are we talking just actor or are we including actresses?
Both.
Both?
Evan,
okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Does that sound fair to you?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. This could go either way, but let me explain. I think that Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia should have got nominated for an Oscar. Now, I didn't go into research to see who else was nominated that year or who got nominated over her, but let me explain. This is, an actress at that time who, at that time there were not really any roles that explained the whole badass, but, also, just a princess level. If girls couldn't be badasses unless they look like men, is what I'm trying to say. But Carrie Fisher proved it. She had the comedy nailed perfectly. She proved to be a badass. She proved she could be a leader. So at that time, that was something different. And also, she did an incredible job at it. And I think everybody today will say she probably gave one of the most iconic roles for a female in a fantasy sci-fi film. So I'm going to go Carrie Fisher.
Are you mentioning the first film?
Yeah. No.
That's
Sorry,
question.
My bad. No, it would be Jedi.
Okay.
It's interesting, but that's what I'm going with.
It's a very interesting one. Go ahead, Evan.
Wow. Okay. Alan Rickman as Professor Snape in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. All right. Let's just talk about what he did in that single film. 1, he convinced everybody that he was with Voldemort at the beginning. 2, then he had to convince everybody that he was for Harry. And then 3, he had to show that emotion for what he was saying. All in that, and performing a character that's such unstable and shows that amount of emotion and that kind of generosity. That final monologue by Snape alone deserved an Oscar nomination just because of what it meant for film and how it was actually performed. That character is being built up over a certain amount of time, but this film specifically showed the most amount of variance that Alan Rickman could perform with it, and it proved to be super well done, and that's why he deserved an Oscar.
Rest in peace to both. I'm just going to say real quick, rest in peace to Alan Rickman, and rest in peace to Carrie Fisher.
Yep.
Just want to take that care of real quick. Alrighty. 2 minutes on the clock. Go ahead and find them, boys.
Okay, so Carrie Fisher doesn't necessarily show a variance of emotion in Return of the Jedi, per se. She's a very one-sided character, more on the happy side. She gets on, she doesn't have to deal with the challenges that neither Luke had to deal with. That's Luke's movie. That's not necessarily Leia's movie. So Carrie Fisher didn't have to show the variance of emotion, which you would need for an Oscar nomination. Multiple roles just like her coming out of that movie. So, and also it was character writing necessarily that made Leia her, not necessarily Carrie Fisher. If you would plug in Meryl Streep into that role, she would do just as good of a job as Carrie Fisher, in my opinion, maybe even better.
Because she's the greatest actress of all time. Or not maybe all time, but she's one of the greats of all time. So of course she would do as good. But let's go back to one of the things you said. Importance of film. The character of Snape didn't provide any importance to film in general. Yeah, it was a great arc, but it didn't like inspire. It wasn't really that important for film in general. The character of Princess Leia was. It inspired so many female characters out, that are out today of being a badass and not having to look like a man and not needing a man. Before then, it was either they were damsels in distress or they had to look like men. They had to be dressed like men. So no, as far as the importance of film, Carrie Fisher's portrayal was significantly
But Oscars
more important.
don't necessarily look for importance of film.
No, I'm just saying.
In these past years, like look at Birdman. That's not important to film. If it was important to film, Boyhood would have won.
Yes, it is important to film. Just saying that.
No, but it's not. But Boyhood would have won that year. That's my point. Importance of film doesn't necessarily matter to the Oscars. It's more about whose performance is better. And Al Rickman's was better because he portrayed more variants of emotion, especially in Return of the Jedi versus The Deathly Hallows Part 2. If you said Empire Strikes Back or A New Hope, then you might have an argument.
Final rebuttals. Go ahead, Matt.
Okay. So as far as the emotion goes, yes, Alan Rickman was great as Snape, but he didn't show as much of an emotion in that movie in general, if we're talking that. Because, I'm bad. I'm going to stop you, Harry. And then you see some of the flashbacks, which, I mean, whatever. And then death, which, it was a sad death, but whatever. Carrie Fisher, like I said, it was sad, and I'll give them that. But with Carrie Fisher, Jesus, I can hear myself. With Carrie Fisher, though, like I said, she perfectly portrayed that whole badass, can lead a rebellion, can show the emotion of, finding out Luke was her brother, which is a little weird. And I think it was weird. I think we all know that she knew that, they were related. But still, to convince Luke was, you had to give a good performance of that. And also, she proved to be badass, to need a man, and she could lead a rebellion, and she portrayed it perfectly. So, yeah.
Well, the champ, Chris Doman, said it best. George Lucas likes incest. So, going into Evan Degraff, go ahead. Your final rebuttals.
Okay, I get it. Carrie Fisher will be known as one of the greats because she was in one of the greatest movies of all time. But you picked the wrong movie to argue. Look, Return of the Jedi, she's always happy-go-lucky in the movie. She has one moment where it's good, but it doesn't actually, do much for the movies. Yeah, they're siblings, but it actually doesn't necessarily have much to do with the Force or things of that type of nature. That story arc wasn't the most important, and that's why she didn't have to give her all in that performance. You can fill in multiple different types of characters into that role, and they would have done just as well. Keira Knightley, Meryl Streep, name an actress, and she could probably do just as good of a job. Alan Rickman had to perform a specific character, a specific type of thing, while showing variants of emotion. That is such a difficult job to do. To have to do this voice, and how Alan Rickman did it was just so spectacular and so seen. It was an Oscar-worthy performance, no matter what it is.
See, I think Keira Knightley could have done it because she would have been a little kid at that time, probably.
I will say this before I get into my answer. Evan, dude, Birdman changed movies, because what is the one thing that movies have had a problem with this decade? And I'm going to say this because everybody knows I love Birdman. It was my favorite.
Chris, take the bias out of it real quick. Boyhood should have if Oscars cared about importance, Boyhood would have won because it was filmed over 13 years. Birdman was filmed within 2 months.
But you're also saying
take your bias out of it.
Birdman kind of takes the thing of what's the problem with Hollywood, sequels, franchises. They imitated that and did it perfectly, which was the reason why he deserved to win Best Picture. Boyhood was great, and it was really great, but it wasn't as amazing as people said it was. It was a great movie, yes, for a filmmaking aspect, and I do agree he should have won for Best Director. For Best Picture, no.
But I'm saying if the Oscars cared about importance, that's my point.
Okay, you got a point there. But being said, going into this question, and Evan, your mic is off. Going into this question, I'm going to go Evan on this one, Matt. And the reason why I'm going Evan on this one, I loved what you said, but it's kind of where she's more recognized for Empire, and most likely if she would have been nominated, it would have been for the first movie because you could tell as a personal character, she was brilliant. But this one, it was just like, I love the movie, but it was like, oh hey, let's just put her in a bikini, which is fine. I love watching that and stuff like that and emotional things. But that movie was more focused for supporting roles, more on Han and Chewie, and the father aspect kind of would have outweighed that whole thing with Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, which is still the best lightsaber battle in the franchise. But Evan, I think, kind of got it because, yes, Snape has some moments, but it's a supporting role. And Snape was a very powerful goodbye as well, but it's handled pretty well. But we can all agree that Fantastic Beasts was shit. I hated that movie. So
I disagree with that sentiment.
I did not like that movie at all. I thought it could have had a lot of potential, and it just blew it. But yeah, the score is 1-1 right now. If it gets to 2-2 or 2-1, because we have 4 questions, so we will be entering the speed round. Boys, we all love action movies here. Some more than others. Hi. Who do action movies. Hi. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. Now you get to pick 2 actors, current today or in the past, who have done buddy cop comedies together. And yes, Chris Day is available for one of the answers. But I know you motherfuckers aren't going to have me in there, so fuck you both. But go ahead. Evan goes first.
Okay, when I saw this question, I thought this was one of the easiest questions I'll ever be asked in my life. Buddy cop, who are buddies in real life and probably make a fantastic film. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in a buddy cop film. You can't tell me you don't want to see that. You can't tell me you don't want to go see 2 Boston people going around, screwing around at Fenway Park, screwing around in the Boston Harbor, doing whatever they want to do. You know, the script will be perfectly well written because you know Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are great writers, hence in Good Will Hunting. They have the action down, as you can see in the Bourne movies and in Argo. And then they have the comedy, too, if you see any of their skits on Jimmy Kimmel. So, I mean, they're the full package of what you want. 2 actually good friends in real life coming together, making a film, making it beautiful. Come on, Ben Affleck.
I'm going to be honest, I'd rather see me and Matt in a buddy cop comedy than that. So
take your bias out of it.
Go ahead, Matt. You better have me in there.
I wish you would have told me buddy cop movie, not buddy comedy.
Okay, well, I'm telling you now. You can change your answer now. Please add Chris Day in that, though.
Okay, I'll keep my answer still because you screwed me over on that. I'm going to go.
It was Henry. He wrote it.
But then apparently Evan knew buddy cop movie. Anyway.
It was a buddy cop movie. It's in the text.
You sent me a text message, buddy comedy.
Well,
I can send you a picture of it.
I'm changing it. It's buddy cop comedy.
Wish you would have told me before. Okay.
But I know you.
It says buddy comedy. I just took it as buddy cop, though, because you don't see buddy comedy movies.
Well, let's just do buddy cop. We'll do buddy comedy another time.
It's buddy comedy. It's whatever.
Whatever. Just go ahead, Matt.
Fine. Well, I'm going to keep my answer still.
Good.
What's my phone doing? It's going to seem weird, even weirder, but Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels teaming up once again, and it was originally going to be a dramatic comedy. Now it's a dramatic buddy cop movie with comedy, a dramedy %. Look, we all know Jim Carrey's a great actor. Jeff Daniels is a great actor. Check out Newsroom if you haven't seen it, the first season. And we know they have great charisma together. So what better to have, because of Dumb and Dumber 2, to redeem themselves with a buddy cop movie, with them just being these 2 guys picked out of retirement to take down this case, this drug case or whatever. So crazy stuff happens. You got explosions happening everywhere. People are flying all over the place. I mean, it's going to be crazy. And you can have a cameo in it too, Chris. You can play the guy who gets hit by a car. But this would be, yeah. So Jeff Daniels, Jim Carrey, buddy cop movie. Had a little bit of drama because they can pull it off. It's a great thing. You got nostalgia in it, and get a writer and director like Phil Lord, Chris Miller. Boom. Give it a 21 Jump Street feel, but more cop-like. There's my answer.
Okay. 1, I would have picked me and Matt. 2, I would have picked probably the other guys too because I want to see that again. Oh, actually, no. I would have picked Samuel L. Jackson and The Rock. I want to see that spinoff from the other guys. But okay, so 2 minutes on the clock. Go ahead, Evan.
You have to be kidding me. Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey? Did you see Dumb and Dumber 2? Or are you just saying that you saw it? Did you see Dumb and Dumber 2? It was awful.
It was not awful. It was okay.
It was.
Look at the writer and director involved, though. Look at the writers and director that were involved. Throw Phil Lord, Chris Miller, and
acting wasn't good in it either. Like, they're over the top in Dumb and Dumber, but it works. In Dumb and Dumber 2, they're so over the top it doesn't even work. And look, the directors can't change the way how they act that much. They're in that older state now where they don't care. So if the facts that they don't care, they're not gonna act just at all. Like, it's not even matter. And you expect them to do action. Name one action movie that works for either of them.
Well, I don't think they've done any action, but
Exactly.
hell, they've done drama. They have done drama. They've done comedy. Comedy is the hardest, thing to do as far as acting goes. They could pull it off, and Jim Carrey can give one hell of a performance. Jeff Daniels has done it recently.
He did in Dumb and Dumber 2? What?
Because you had two complete dumbasses directing the movie. Look at movie 43. They've fallen off the map ever since. Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels did what they were told to do. That has nothing to do with what the quality of the movie would be. You get a great writer.
They would know better.
Look at what Jonah Hill has done. Look what Channing Tatum has done. Look what Phil Lord and Chris Miller did to them. Twice.
All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. I need to hear Evan's side too.
All right, you guys. Okay. Look, here's the thing. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon can do it themselves. They can write, they can direct, they can do whatever they want. And you for sure know they're going to get the best help on it because that's who they have. They have connections in Hollywood to make this the best. I'll even go buddy comedy movie. They will have the best people on this movie. They know timing. They know specific emotions that people hit, and they can shoot it where they're comfortable. Boston. It's such a perfect alignment assignment, and they're also good friends.
Oh
so
boy, another Boston.
And they've already worked together too. It's been proven that they're good working together. It's almost inarguable.
So is Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. And
Dumb and Dumber 2 didn't work. Dumb and Dumber 2 did not work.
Until recently, Ben Affleck has been a laughingstock in Hollywood. Okay? Until now, Geely.
The last time that they worked together was in Good Will Hunting. That was the last time.
And how long ago was that? Like 20 years ago now? I mean, look.
Exactly. And guess what? Both Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are on a hot streak. So you can't tell me that them coming together both on hot streaks is not a good idea.
Yeah, because PBS was a total hot streak for them. More like hot mess. No. Look, if we're talking about the actors in a comedy, who would you rather have in a comedy? Jeff Daniels, Ben Affleck. Jeff Daniels is better at comedy. Jim Carrey, look, you get Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey in a comedy together, that doesn't mean it's going to be Dumb and Dumber 2. Okay, that's just the way it was written. They're not going to act like little dumbasses running around like, no, they're not going to do that. Because they know it didn't work.
Improv, right? You know half of
that
it
is improv. Work. The first one,
Most
and maybe a little bit in a second. Yeah, maybe a little bit in a second. But when you have shit directors that are like, okay, yeah, that works. Yes, that works. People are going to love it. Then, of course, they'll just do whatever. No, you get Phil Lord, Chris Miller.
Don't have to worry about that because they're directing themselves.
Why would you want the actors to direct themselves in a buddy cop movie together? Why would you want that? Look at the last movie Ben Affleck directed.
Argo.
Oh, look at Live by Night. Look at Live by Night. That was a complete shit film.
Past 4.
Exactly. He's
all right, guys. All right.
What has Matt Damon directed good?
He's a writer.
Guys, come on. Ready to focus, okay? Holy shit. That's probably the most intense I've ever seen. Whoa. That was intense. Like, I never saw that anywhere else. Chris Stoneman, take notes, buddy. I mean, damn. Final rebuttalments. Go ahead, Evan. Holy shit.
Okay. Here's where it comes down to. Matt Damon's last notable performance was in The Martian. And guess what he had to do in that movie? He was hilarious. So he can use those skills that he took from that movie, where it was actually successful in like Dumb and Dumber 2. Successful. And bring it over. Teach Ben Affleck's an amazing director in his past 3 films that he's directed. Prove that to everybody else. And show everybody what they can do. Matt Damon will keep Ben Affleck from directing that stupid Bond and genre stuff that he does and keep that short, good, pitchy things that they can do in the comedy realm. And also, they can shoot it in Boston. that's a perfect place because there's so
Alright,
many
think
jokes
of
about
something else
Boston that
besides
you can.
Boston. Said
But-
Boston a lot of times. We know
Exactly. That's my point. And Matt hasn't discussed that because he knows I'm right. The amount of jokes that they can make about those two things back and forth together is just impeccable. Matt Damon as a writer, Ben Affleck as a director, them two working together is just uber brilliant. And something may happen. Jeff Daniels and Jim Carrey working together is just a time bomb waiting to happen because they are both on their end tails of their careers, not even building themselves back up. Done.
I will say this: Jim Carrey does look really good in the long beard.
He does. And he feeds birds with his mouth.
He represents that. Matt, go ahead.
Okay, the reason why I'm going to get this out of the way first. The reason why I didn't mention Boston is because Boston does not make a movie great. I'm sorry. I'm not going to mention it.
It adds a lot. It really does. The right city adds a lot.
It adds a darker place at times. Yeah, and yeah, there have been movies with Boston that are great, but let's not act like it's going to make the movie great. It's not going to make a great comedy. Let's not act like a city is going to do anything. Yeah, let's film in Miami. That's going to make a great movie. Yeah, it looks great
Ride
or
Along?
whatever. Ride Along 2 sucked ass, and Ride Along wasn't really
Exactly.
that funny.
Bad Boys 2, respect the bad boys.
That's
Pain
one
and
thing.
gain.
Anyway. Okay. But, anyway.
And The Rock's from there.
Look,
And I'm from there.
who was the last person that we said was basically at the end of their careers and, acting, but has proven them wrong?
Stallone.
Michael Keaton. Stallone, too. Look,
Schwarzenegger.
Jim
But they're
Carrey.
doing smaller films.
Look,
They're doing smaller films.
okay, but let's
talk,
not
let him
act like Jim Carrey isn't funny anymore. He's still hilarious. Okay? Hell, he does stand up and he's great at it still. Jeff Daniels, great actor, can pull off comedy great. Like I said, watch The Newsroom. He's fantastic in that, and that came out recently. Yeah, maybe Jeff Daniels isn't doing as much comedies anymore, but he's still a great dramatic actor. Now throw Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels together with, and your mic is muted, Evan, with Phil Lord, Chris Miller.
I didn't know you could talk.
Okay. With Phil Lord, put Jim
So he
Carrey,
can
Jeff
talk.
Daniels, with Phil Lord, Chris Miller writing and directing it, who have proven time and time and time again they can make great comedies out of some of the dumbest things. We all thought 21 Jump Street was going to suck. Look at 21 Jump Street. Look at 22 Jump Street. So they've proven they can make one hell of a movie. You put Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels with them in a buddy cop movie with some drama mixed in, it's success. And let's not act like Ben Affleck's this great, comedic, writer. He hasn't even directed a movie. Phil Lord, Chris Miller I have more faith in Phil Lord, Chris Miller.
This is
Directing
about
Jim
actors,
Carrey.
not directors. It's about actors and directors.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sound
but
like
I'm
that.
It's adding to the thing. It's adding to the thing. As I was saying, I have more trust in them directing Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, who will give great performances because they're not working with complete shit directors, than Ben Affleck directing his first comedy with Matt Damon writing it. Has Matt Damon even wrote a comedy? I know he's a great writer, but has he wrote a comedy though?
No, he isn't.
So
I don't need
how do
to.
we know that's going to be great? At least
We're
we
talking about
know with the
actors here,
team.
not directors and writers.
Yeah. At least with
Hey, let him
with our
talk.
you brought writers, directors into this thing, Evan. I'm going to bring it, in as well.
Okay,
So-
all right, I had enough. This has gone really far. I have to break it up at points. We gotta let him talk, Evan. You gotta
I'm
let
tired.
him. You did your points. He needs to do his. So, this is both of you. This is tough because this is kind of dead even. I'm gonna go Matt though because
Okay.
you kept saying you still have a shot at this. We're going in the speed round, but come on, man. I love I'm from Boston. My mom is from Boston. Okay? But like he said, all I heard from you was Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Boston. He kind of has a point. Now, we're saying this isn't just about actors. This is also about anything else that is going on. He disappeared. We need to hear more because, look, we understand Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels. That last one was a misstep. We waited 20 years for that movie. But I kind of felt he gave it more where you were like, gave it really good, but he kind of catch you in the end. But I will say, though, this had a meme moment. If you put a little meme on Matt's face when he was getting angry, when he pissed off Matt Beard, Evan Degraff. That would be like the greatest thing ever. But let's move into round 4. Now, Evan, you still have a chance. This is definitely going to the speed round. It's a very close match. And by the way, can I just say, I love how Matt is pretty much reenacting the scene for Fate of the Furious, the greatest scene in the world. He's behind a soccer game.
I'm what?
You're behind a soccer game.
Oh. I thought it was just football.
I noticed that when I heard the whistle. The kids are kicking the soccer ball. He's behind a soccer game.
I thought it was a football game, to be honest. I had no idea what they were doing.
It's summer, buddy. Alrighty, moving on. Round 4. Before we get into the speed round. Hold on a second. Okay, what is going to be the best movie of the summer? Now I'm not going to let you guys. You guys got to say your answers. So I'm going to get each of your answers. Matt, you're going to have the first pick because you are next up. So go ahead and pick yours.
Look, when you say the best film,
no,
summer,
okay. I'm going to make this easier. I'm going to have you say the title. The first one who gets it says it. This is going to make it fair. So the first one who gets it gets it.
You screwed me over, Chris.
I have to do this because
whatever.
If it doesn't, I'm gonna get fucking shit on for this.
No, Chris. No, you can have it, Matt. Matt Beer, you can have it.
What was it, Spider-Man? Is it
Yeah.
Spider-Man?
Oh, well, you got Spider-Man because when you think of the best film, I think there's only one answer, and I know I've been messing around with you, Chris, so you're gonna be surprised. It's Dunkirk. Yes. Dunkirk is going to be the best. Look, I'm excited for Spider-Man. There's no doubt about that. But when you take Christopher Nolan, who, he might have fallen back just a little bit, he's still, as far as directors starting out in the 2000s, right now, he's the best director working. Easily. So give him his first war film, which is not going to be focusing on blood and gore and stuff, but characters, and he can make great characters. Come on. It's going to be Dunkirk, and he is going to make
Dark Knight Rises.
He is going to make Harry Styles a actor to be known for. Just watch it. Harry Styles is going to give a great performance in a movie. I guarantee it, and it's because of Nolan. War film, Nolan, Oscar-nominated film right there. I guarantee it. You heard it here first.
It might actually win him an Oscar. I'm going to say, because I know you guys aren't going to say it, the best movie of the summer is going to be Baywatch! I'm kidding. I love the movie, but I'm kidding. Evan, go ahead.
I'm just going to read off some numbers for you, Matt. Just a few numbers.
Oh, come on. We don't have time for that shit. Come on.
94, 72, 77, 80, 92, 79, 89, 91, 75, 90, 81. And now, what's the next one going to be? We're going to get another certified fresh movie here, Spider-Man Homecoming. You cannot tell me that these trailers haven't been perfect. You cannot tell me that this cast does not look perfect. Robert Downey Jr. coming in, playing Iron Man to mentor Tom Holland, who in Civil War did prove himself to be a very worthy Spider-Man, coming in with Zendaya, who is very well done with comedic timing, which has been proven in some of the kids shows that she was in. Very well done. And John Watts, who has some really good movies, Cop Car, directing actors like Kevin Bacon, who has directed very good actors, who can now direct actors like Michael Keaton, who's now playing the Vulture, who was in your favorite movie of a year ago, Birdman, Chris. So I mean, this is just success waiting to happen.
3 years ago now, buddy. It's been 3 years.
Exactly. It's just success waiting to happen.
Okay. 2 minutes on the clock, and fight them out, boys.
Okay, so you're saying, you list some good things. Yes, it has great actors, but we don't know if John Watts is a great director yet. He's directed one film. He's directed one film. Okay? So if we're going director versus director as far as who's going to make the best movie, directing-wise, it's Nolan by a landslide. Okay? Nolan is a better director than John Watts.
Okay, hear me out real quick, Matt. All right, the Russo brothers. What did they direct beforehand? Joss Whedon, what did he direct beforehand? James Gunn, what did he direct beforehand? You have to trust the facts that Marvel is behind this film with Sony.
And we also got Sony. Yeah, Sony's been great at picking directors, too, and making movies. Let's look at The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is a rotten film, by the way. I believe it's 55.
But there's a reason why Marvel now has control of this film. Marvel knows what they're doing. Here's the issue with Dunkirk.
Look.
Here's the issue with Dunkirk.
Okay.
Nolan has been on this decline lately. We've gotten The Dark Knight Rises, which a lot of people do not enjoy. We've gotten Interstellar, and now it's going to be Dunkirk down here. This is his first ever war movie that he's directing. That's one thing. We don't even know if it's rated R yet, and that's a war movie. We need a war movie to be rated R. Exactly, that's an issue. A lot of the great war movies are rated R.
Really?
And the fact that this isn't is an issue for me. He's been on the decline. Interstellar was very decisive, and Warner Brothers has not been producing good movies lately.
Don't you be dissing Interstellar now?
Why the fuck does a war movie have to be rated R? For blood and gore?
You're the one who said that.
You don't need it.
That's the one.
I was joking. To make a great movie, you need
He's
characters.
contradicting himself, Chris.
You need characters to make a great movie. That's simple. Okay? Nolan has made great characters. You don't need blood and gore splashed around. Yeah, it makes it look realistic, but realistic does not make a better movie. We've seen movies that are trying to be realistic that aren't as good as other movies. Man of Steel, for example. Yeah, people like it. It's not the greatest comic book movie ever. It's not a great movie. Let's look at Batman v Superman.
Exactly.
Try to be
And
realistic.
it's under the Warner Brothers. It's under the Warner Brothers hood, which is Dunkirk is
Warner
under.
Brothers has made some of the best movies. Look, hell, they're gonna have Wonder Woman coming out.
Christopher Nolan produced Batman vs Superman, and look at where that film was. No.
All right, guys. All right.
Yeah, he had a shit director.
We gotta calm down, guys. We gotta calm down. Holy shit! What?
I've only talked about the director.
He got fucking yelled at. What the? I got yelled at. Come on.
By who?
By fucking Matt.
Yeah, exactly. Now can I go on to the other points or no?
Yes.
Okay.
You didn't give
Now
much of it. I'm going to give him 30 seconds.
Okay. Now, yes, I mentioned the director. Okay. Yeah, The Dark Knight Rises wasn't that great, but Interstellar was better. He's going up again. And Warner Brothers has made some great movies. He's going up. You said he was going down. He's going up. Okay? Okay? He's going up again.
Say you didn't like Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah, I don't like it. But then I said I didn't like it, and I said Interstellar's better. Therefore going up.
What?
But, yeah. But anyway, to go back to the thing. Warner Brothers will make great movies. Let's not act like they fuck up all their movies, okay? This is not DC. Anything else, they let the directors do what they want. Hell, Nolan is their baby. They love Nolan. They don't want Nolan to go away, so they're going to let him do whatever the hell he wants. Okay, as long as it's not a terrible movie, which we know it's not going to be. Let's look at the cast. Tom Hardy, it's better than all of them besides maybe Keaton and Downey Jr., but Keaton has just gotten to that point. I would argue Hardy is better at this point, and maybe Robert Downey Jr., but what else has he done that's been great besides Iron Man? Yeah, he was good in The Judge, but besides that, not really anything. Nothing since Iron Man. So the cast in, Dunkirk is definitely better than in Spider-Man Homecoming, and I've seen Zendaya act in anything else. I have confidence she'll at least be good. But she's not good in those Disney Channel shows. I'm sorry.
Fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about. Everybody's buzzing about her. Everybody's buzzing about her.
Nah, I've seen it. It guns towards the 10-year-old audience. The show is unwatchable.
All right. We need to get to the final rebuttalments. Final rebuttalments. Go ahead.
Matt's first.
Oh, man? Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Take Nolan, who is the best director working right now. Add a war film to him. This only equals success. Look, he's going to be focusing on characters, okay? That's what he's focusing on. He's not focusing on blood, gore, and stuff, because that doesn't make a war movie great. It's the characters. You want to have somebody to root for and cheer for. So, Nolan can make these great characters. It looks very intense, and I have confidence he's going to get nominated for Best Director, and this will get Best Picture and maybe some acting nominations even. Hell, the sound's going to be great. Plus the score. The score is going to be incredible. But we look at Spider-Man Homecoming, which I think, yes, it's going to be good. It really will be good. I have confidence that'll be good.
I have no confidence.
But it's not even going to be the best comic book movie of the summer. I honestly think Wonder Woman's going to be better, especially after hearing everybody's responses to that. So, I mean, I'm surprised you didn't go with Wonder Woman, to be honest, if you're going a superhero movie. So, I mean,
buzz
take
it's getting
Nolan
right now is crazy.
So yeah, take Nolan, add a war film to it, Best Picture nominee, guarantee. Spider-Man Homecoming, it's going to be a real good comic book movie, but it's not going to touch Dunkirk.
Okay. Evan, final rebuttalments.
Okay, here's the issue with Dunkirk. one, the cast isn't necessarily as stacked as it should be for a movie like this. There should be a reason why more actors aren't signed on to this film that are. Hence why there are a bunch of actors signed on to the Spider-Man film, like Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., Michael Keaton, Zendaya. It's a very stacked cast. 2, the MCU is working on Spider-Man. Factor. The MCU knows how to find these hidden gem directors like the Russo brothers, like James Gunn, like Joss Whedon. They know what they're doing. And 4, the track record of Warner Brothers. You're not gonna like this. This was their past 7 films. Everything, King Arthur, Max 2, Unforgettable, Going in Style, and Chips.
Going in Style's good. Don't shit on that.
Going in Style is really good.
Don't shit on that movie.
But that's a fun. That was rated like 32 on Rotten Tomatoes. A bunch of people did not like that film. Here's
Morgan
the issue.
Freeman will eat your face.
And you said it's for sure to be nominated. No, it's not.
I guarantee it. I guarantee
With that,
it.
Dark Knight Rises would have been nominated. With that, Interstellar would have been nominated. Was it? No, because he had been good films. He's been on the decline. The best working actor. Look, with that argument, it's either Denis Villeneuve or Damien Chazelle. So you just got to think when it breaks down to what is going to be the better film. Spider-Man: Homecoming is just because it's a better team working on it. The Warner Brothers team right now is very shaky. Even outside of the DCEU, the films I listed were not very good.
Okay, I heard enough. This is like the toughest question ever because these. Oh my god! Trying to think because this is like dead even. Oh shit! I gotta give him the point, Matt. He kind of beat you in the end. Like I said, those were rebuttals. I don't.
I think you want to speed run.
No, I think I'm trying to figure out who gave the better last rebuttals because it was dead even. So I'm not giving my full answer yet. We're already going to speed run anyway. I got to think about this. This is tough. I gotta give it to him, Evan. He gave a better description.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
I didn't know. I was saying like who I had to give it to. I kept listening. I had to think about it.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
He gave a better final rebuttal.
How?
How? He told you everything this movie is trying to do.
Okay, he's describing a movie. He's not describing why it's going to be good, though.
The cast director, I said Nolan alone was going to make it why it was better. Compared to having a second-time director.
This is, oh my god.
I destroyed the Nolan point alone. I destroyed the Dark Knight Rises Interstellar. I destroyed the cast. You know I won the cast.
You destroyed Hardy?
The cast, but he gave the better final rebuttal.
How?
Because he told you what it's trying to do, where Marvel is literally bringing a Spider-Man movie, but everybody expects it to be good.
Exactly. People aren't sure that Dunkirk is going to be good. That's why I've been saying.
We all know Dunkirk is going to be good. But listen, you're one of the few people who didn't like Interstellar.
I know. No way. No, I've heard
people
tell me that Interstellar's not good. Multiple.
I loved it. Like the ending was a little not as best as I wanted it to be, but that's just what I have to say. It took a lot of hard thought, and that's what I'm being honest, because this was probably the toughest question I've ever had. This question, man. Can we just give a round of applause first off to Henry for these questions? These questions,
yeah.
What the?
Oh
my god, Evan, am I being fair? Because I feel like I'm trying to be fair.
Hey, if I were to say it, then you wouldn't like my answer. So, hey man.
I thought you were going to go Wonder Woman.
No, I'm serious. Don't you dare go on Facebook tomorrow and say, that question was so controversial. I want a rematch. Don't you dare do that.
It's because you know. Never mind.
You just came back. All right. Let's move into speed round. Now, Evan, you still have a chance. You got 2 questions. So let's go. All right. So this question is one I actually thought of yesterday. It involves a certain actor by the name of Chris Day, a very up-and-coming actor. And the question is...
Don't you mean Will Poulter?
Fuck you! Fuck you! Look how angry Evan looks.
By the way, it looks like you're going to give a real good performance in Detroit.
All right, so if you could place, so we're going to do 20 seconds, 10 seconds, and the first person gets it, gets it. If you could get Chris Day in any action franchise, where should he go to redeem it?
What the fuck? To redeem it? What the? Oh my god, I gotta think of some real shit action movies or whatever.
Evan, do you got anything?
You're a cocky bastard, Chris.
Evan, do you got anything?
Give me a minute. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
Oh no.
This shit's gonna be funny.
The DCEU.
If we're going are we saying any type of action, right?
Any type of action.
The DCEU.
Okay.
50.
Evan got the DCEU.
Okay. 50 Shades.
Oh my
Because there's
no!
action in it, baby.
No, Matt. No, it's gotta be an action.
It's an act. It has action.
No.
Hey,
No.
it has action. It has action.
No.
There's some people going out. No, okay, fine. Let me think. Action movies? I don't know.
It could be
Give him
Transformers.
a
Triple X. Triple X.
Not that's pretty good. Hey,
Triple X.
Evan, this is going actually pretty cool.
Triple
Okay.
X.
Now, this is asking you guys. So, Evan, because you picked the DCEU, you get to pick a certain character that should play.
Brainiac.
Whoa. Damn. Kind boy. Matt Beer, who is your character for me?
I don't know. I'm gonna make up a character. Philip.
Okay.
Philip the Robbie.
This is, guys, so what I'm looking for this question, and Evan, if you don't get this, Matt will win. What I'm looking for is the reason why this could help a franchise. And by the way, Matt has not seen Triple X Return of Xander Cage, and I have, and it's pretty damn good. So let's get to it.
No, it's not. What?
Thank you. Thank
20
you.
seconds, Evan. You ready?
How many?
20.
20.
20 second, and then 10-second revolvement. All right, go.
Okay, here's the issue. We haven't seen Wonder Woman yet, so we actually don't know if it's pretty good or not. And here's the problem with the DCU. It's too dark. People don't like it, and people don't like that Tony. So we have Chris Day be the silly, stupid actor as Brainiac. then the franchise actually might brighten up, and we actually see something fun. People can actually just have a dumb popcorn flick that they would like with the DCU. And that's what we want of it, right? Brainiac, Chris is Brainiac floating around. Oh, I'm Brainiac. And then Batman comes in, kicks his butt. Everybody wants to see that.
Oh my god. That was good. Okay. Go, Matt.
Look, Chris, you always say you want to be in dumb action movies, and the last 2 Triple X movies have been complete and utter dog shit. Add you in it, you're gonna add more dumb fun where it should have went a long time ago. It could be a little more realistic because that's what you like to do, but still make it dumb, stupid, but fun. Why Brainiac? He's not smart enough to be Brainiac. Brainiac's supposed to be this big, strong, and mentally powerful guy. Chris Day's not that as an actor in his roles. He would not fit. Have you seen him? And anything like that.
Have you seen him?
This is the stupidest question ever.
Smart.
This is the dumbest question.
This is the most amazing question.
God damn it, Chris.
I am too smart. Oh my god.
God. Keep telling yourself that. Oh, God. This is stupid.
Okay, 10 seconds, Evan. You ready?
Yeah.
Go.
All right, so who's Philip again? Wait, you didn't even say who the character of
Hold
Philip
on,
is.
hold on.
I said,
Hold on. All right, now go.
Wait, so who's Philip? You didn't even say who the character Philip is, so it doesn't even matter. And here's the thing with Chris running around as Brainiac, Chris really isn't Brainiac, which makes it perfect because the DCU needs some lightning and heart. And Batman's gonna kick his butt. Superman's gonna kick his butt. Who doesn't want to see that? Who doesn't want to see Chris taking his butt whooped?
My mom.
Exactly.
this shit's funny. You ready, Matt?
Yep.
All right, go.
Okay, let's look at it this way. Brainiac being played by Chris Day would not add it to be more fun. It looks like it's going to be more fun. They're going up the right trail. But when you have Philip the Robber and Triple X, he's this big guy that can fight Vin Diesel and almost kick his ass. You have spikes flying out of their eyeballs. You have him grabbing people by the toenail. I can't hear it.
I already went off. It went off.
I didn't hear it.
Super clear who won this.
This is stupid.
Okay. Based on the arguments, I gotta give it to Evan. I heard certain bits of people.
I don't fucking care.
He agrees.
That's fucking stupid. Stupid question.
Oh my god.
Whatever, give it to him.
Chris Tobin, if you're watching right now, I swear he's probably in a heart attack. Okay. To a real question where Matt can actually. Yeah, I can't believe it. Guys, it's 3-2. If Evan ties this up, we're going to shootout. Like what? But if Matt wins, so Matt, this is kind of like the Bulls. If you kind of think you're Michael Jordan, if you win, get this, you win. Evan, if you get this, we tie it up, we'll go shootout. Okay. Based on the questions Henry has gave me, what is the now? I want to hear the first answer. Who gets it gets it. What is the worst DC film ever?
Suicide Squad.
Ooh.
Batman vs. Robin.
Batman and Robin. You're right.
Batman and Robin.
Wait, did you say DCEU or DC?
Any DC movie.
Oh, Catwoman.
Okay.
Too late.
I will let him change his answer. Okay. He didn't get it. He thought it was DCEU. It's DC. And Evan, if you want to change, you can.
No?
Okay. All right. 10 seconds, Mr. Matt Beer.
Okay, when you look at what... Oh, okay.
Hold on. Now go.
Okay, now go?
Hold on. Let me start over. Ready? And go.
Look, with Catwoman, it's a movie that's just boring, stupid. It makes you want to claw your eyes out. It's just terrible. You have one of the worst performances in a comic book movie of all time, if not the worst. Batman and Robin, you can still have fun with the stupidity.
Okay. Mr. Evan Degraff, go.
Bat nipples, bat butts. It does not get worse than Batman vs. Robin. George Clooney's Batman is awful. Like these are some of the worst films of all time. We saw Bane look so weird. We saw Poison Ivy look so weird. No,
Poison Ivy was sexy as shit, bro.
That doesn't make a movie good, Chris.
It does to me. 10 seconds.
that explains a lot.
Fuck you. 10 seconds. Here we go.
Me or Evan?
Restart it. You or Matt?
Matt,
Me? Okay.
Go.
Okay, cool. Okay. When I want to watch a terrible movie, I would rather watch one that's fun than one that makes me want to literally stab nails into my eyeballs. Batman and Robin is so bad, but you can have fun with it. That's what matters to me.
Okay, time. Mr. Evan, this is your last chance, man. I'm gonna play. If he gets this, you gotta come back because this was pretty good. By the way, to all the people, we do play the music if somebody wins, and if we go to shootout, we'll talk about that then. But 10 seconds,
Okay.
Evan. Ready?
there's a reason I have these
Hold
shades.
on. Now go.
There's a reason.
Hold
I have
on.
these
I'm gonna
shades.
restart. I'm gonna restart it. Sorry. That's what the problem with this is. It's quick. Okay, ready? Go.
There's a reason I have these shades on. It's because Halle Berry at least looked half decent during Catwoman. Batman and Robin did not look good at all. So you at least had something pleasant to look at during Catwoman. You had nothing pleasant to look at freaking Batman and Robin. It was just a bunch of colors in your face, and it made me want to throw up.
Had pretty colors, and of course, Poison Ivy was a lot more attractive.
Whoa! Incorrect.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, and moving on to face Aaron Turner in the #1 contenders match. Did he really leave? Oh my god.
He did.
He really left. What a sore loser, man. I'm going to call him on here to see what happens. You ready?
He won't answer.
He probably won't. He hung up. Here we go. It's ringing. He didn't answer. What a sore loser, man. Come on. Matt, how are you feeling going into this?
You know, this was expected. I think we all knew that. I'm being serious. And, you know, because Evan left, I think he should be last. I think he should be last. I really do. And like I told you, like I said to everybody before, when it's a real match, I'm the one who's going to beat Evan. He will not beat me in a real match.
He did come back a little bit.
He got one question, which, I mean, it was kind of, no offense, it was a kind of dumb question, but whatever. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I'll take, you know, whatever. It was funny, but you know, still.
So I'm gonna
who's surprised?
try this. Now I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try.
There he is. There he is.
My internet cut out there.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good.
Okay. We thought you hung up.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to get a hold of this guy now. I don't know if he's gonna answer, but I'm gonna try.
He's not gonna. No, don't call Aaron Turner. That's no.
They're playing football. They're not playing soccer. They're playing football.
Oh.
Told him.
Anyway, Evan, I know this is a tough loss. This is a close loss. How are you feeling?
Okay. Let's talk about the questions here. Worst TCEU film. Which film should Chris Day be in? Oh yeah, Dunkirk's is gonna be better than Spider-Man: Homecoming, even though he didn't say anything about the cast, but you called that a reason for why he should have won. Yeah, definitely. I feel super salty about this loss. Definitely.
Hey,
yeah.
I want to say something though. That was a good comeback, and it really was. No, I'm serious. Because here's the thing. You actually had, well, unlike myself when I played Aaron, you actually came back and you did pretty well. Like, you came back because you're fighting for this. And I'm going to say this because you did really well, man. And I know Matt's going to say this the same. You did really well. You fought your way. But I want to say this. Because we have the big event, Summer Fights, if you want it as a pre-warm-up the night before, I will give you anybody you want. Who's around your record. It could be myself. It could be any of the rookies. It could be not a championship, though. So this is your chance. If you want to say it now or you want to do it in a week or two.
I'll take some time to think about it.
Okay. All right. Well, Matt, you are going up against Aaron Turner. How are you feeling?
Look, I mean, I haven't seen Aaron Turner play, you know. And, you know, it's no one's fault. It's just, you know, something screwed up. So, of course.
Evan did host that match.
But,
Evan, knowing Aaron Turner.
Well, there is a malfunction or whatever it was. But, you know, look, I don't know how good Aaron Turner is. And if you came back against him, I'm not worried. I mean, Evan was there, so I have no idea.
It was like 4-2.
So, I don't know. We'll find out.
Evan looks like Baby Driver over here. So I know you guys want to see this, and I'm gonna try, but I know Evan is busy. But we were gonna try. I wanted to try to do the live show tonight, and this is the perfect conversation. I don't know if Matt can do it, but if we could do that tonight and just pre-record it and do a 45-minute episode with Evan here, this shit would be funny. And we'll play the celebrity impression dating game with Evan.
I said I couldn't do it earlier.
Yeah.
I have a lot going on.
I can call you on my phone if I have to.
I have a lot going on, though.
Okay.
So I can't do it.
I have stuff to do.
Of course you do. that is going to wrap it here, guys. Evan, where can the good people find you?
EDEGRAFF11 on Twitter.
I also want to say, first off, thank you to Mr. Evan Degraff for hosting the premiere for Fear Blood. It was awesome. It was a great experience, and the movie has already hit 400 and something views in a week. So it's pretty damn good. Mr. Matt Beer, the champ today. I don't know. Where can people find you?
Find me on my channel, That Movie Guy. Find me on Twitter. I believe it's Matt Beer. I could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, you can find me there.
So there's one thing I want to say real quick before we go. And this is to a lot of people answering the question, what are the matches coming up? Go to the Facebook page. We have it there. This Friday, Evan is going to be coming back to take on Henry. And the first ever Enter Nerdum match. So I'm going to be here. I want to try to get Matt to be here. I really, really do. Because this is the first Enter Nerdum match, and I want all the guys here. Even if I can get people to just listen and hear what they have to say, like Chris or somebody, because I know they do the live show, so we're going to try for like 4 o'clock. Try for the afternoon, whatever time these guys work, or if we need to do a Wednesday or something. We got the live show tomorrow, so look forward to that. We're going to be previewing Wonder Woman and talking about the DCEU and what needs to be fixed about it. And then, of course, we got June 16th. It will be Aaron Turner versus Matt Beer, and then myself versus Lucas as the warm-up. I'm kind of hoping, and we'll see how it goes, but who I want to host that, I want either Matt or – because Matt also has a big match, so I might want to get Mr. Evan over here to host it. But besides that, I'm looking forward to kicking your ass, Lucas. This is the new Chris Day. This ain't the one that lost. So I'm ready. Be ready, man, because once the legend himself, The Rock Jr., comes down, your ass is going to go down to Cherokee Valley, and I'm going to be bench pressing a prison bench like the movie in Fast 8. So, but that's going to wrap it up for us, guys. Thank you so much for watching. For Evan Degraff, Matt Beer, and one of the most highly anticipated matches that Shirley really lived up to, this is Chris Day signing off. Fight on.
Bye. I got to go.